very good evening to you. This is the first New Style Match of the Day programme of the new football season, and in it the most comprehensive league football coverage ever on BBC television. In the next hour, the highlights of 5 football matches will be seen in various parts of this country. Our Match of the Day proper will be seen everywhere. That's the First Division game between Crystal Palace and Manchester United. If you live in the north or the southeast, you will also see League champions Leeds play Tottenham Hotspur. If you're a Midlander, for you there is the First Division game between Wolves and Stoke. And if you live in the southern or western part of the country, then the second match you'll see is the game between Southampton and West Bromwich Albion. And for Welsh viewers, there's Wrexham against Exeter. Well, now, for everyone, we start with our top match of the day. Crystal Palace in the Division 1 for the very first time in their history against Manchester United. The commentator on our opening match of the season is Barry Davies.
And now here comes the planet.
The moment when hope and expectancy turn to face reality. Crystal Palace take the field at Selhurst Park for their first ever match in the First Division. There, the new stand on the opposite side to greet them, the Arthur Wade stand, which seats another 22,000 people and costs around 180,000. The ground absolutely packed, and I'm told quite a few people got in without paying by pushing in some of the turnstiles at the end that we're looking at. And a check on the Crystal Palace lineup shows that they include 2 of their summer signings. In the number 10 shirt, Jerry Queen, who's come from Kilmarnock, and in the number 6 shirt, Roger Hind from Glasgow Rangers. And the Manchester United team shows the absence of Nobby Stiles and Fitzpatrick, both of whom are suspended, and Stevie James, who's unfit, so Billy Fawkes comes back yet again to wear the number 5 shirt. And all the big guns up the front are on the field here at Selhurst Park this afternoon. And the referee, Mr. Harry New from Portsmouth. And fittingly, it's Crystal Palace who send this first match of the season away, their first match in the First Division. The ball with Steve Kember, Palace in the dark shirt. Skipper John Still trying to set Kember away, safely into the arms of Rimmer. There's Steve Kember. Terran for United, who are in all white this afternoon. Roger Hind, first kick of the ball for the Scotsman. Kidd making something out of nothing, but covered by McCormick. There's Terran. Sadler, Law, Charlton just behind him. All about trying one, I suspect, for a moment. Coming to Best. Law is in the box. Thank you. Oh, good stop by Best and a good stop. Good effort by Best. But Jackson got down very well. He couldn't have had a full sight of that ball. Law there on the 6-yard line. Charlton. Why, I would think, would have felt that a little bit. This is Lazarus. And the first free kick of the match given to be taken by John Sewell to John Jackson. Billy Fawkes underneath it, but beaten by Cliff Jackson. Throw to United. There's the skipper. Terran to Dunn, Law down the touchline. Morgan and Kidd moving into the middle. Dunn making a run on the right. 2 United players in there. Comes to Kidd. Oh, good stop! Morgan, and another good stop by Hind. An appeal for hands, but not given. But what a very good stop by John Jackson to the first one. He was going the wrong way and just managed to get his hand to it. Jerry Queen, and a good cross ball to Lazarus. Mr. New certainly looked at his touchline on that incident as to whether it was handball, but the linesman had his flag well down and shook his head. Dennis Law looks up to the heavens, and he might. Lazarus, who's certainly not sleeping, that's for sure. There's Lazarus, chasing back. And I would think we'll see a lot of that from Palace. A lot of effort. One or two of the pundits have written them down already, but they certainly won't be lacking for effort. And a good start could make all the difference to them. Kearns. Well seen by Loughlin. And some 15 yards gained by United. Francis Burns making a run behind Kearns. Number 3 there. Law coming back for it, and the pass much too hard. Law coming back to take one and turn, found the ball whizzing past him instead. John Jackson, very good save he made just now. Sewell having to play that much more quick than he wanted to. Sadler getting it off the side of his boot. Jackson to Crean. Referee letting play go on. Jerry Crean. Charlton. Up comes Sadler. Law was in an offside position, but he didn't reach him anyway. Ferrand. Looking for and finding Morgan, who's got Loughlin with him. Law, good tackle by McCormick. And Blythe doing a lot of work at the back. Coming to bolster the defence, as indeed we thought he would. Comfortable one for Jackson. Still with a bit of room. Cliff Jackson on the touchline. Jerry Crean making a move to the inside right spot, taking Sadler with him. Nice little touch too, but nobody there to capitalise on it. Oh, they messed it up between them. Best and Kidd. Lazarus. Hoy again. Lazarus. Too long for Crean. Loughlin coming up. Good work by Dunn. There's George Best with the hair blending into the shirt. And on the front of that hair, we find he's growing just a little bit of a beard. Either that or he didn't have time for a shave this morning. Rimmer's come for it. Oh, he was never really there. And Sadler tries to clear it, and Hind gets the touch. Hind, I think, got the final touch. But Rimmer should never have come for that ball. You can see now how Rimmer goes for the ball in spite of the fact that there are two Manchester United defenders there. Blythe goes up with him and just gets the touch, and Hind comes in. Billy Fouts tries to clear it off the line. Whether it hit Hind is debatable. Loughlin, and 11 minutes of the match gone, and Crystal Palace have got what they wanted. Kidd coming for it. Best keeping it in play well. Kidd on the 6-yard line. Law as well. Law underneath it. Good punch out by Jackson. Comes to Morgan. And a good stop by the goalkeeper. John Jackson really starting the season and in very good form indeed. Cliff Jackson, Lazarus getting a bit of room here from Francis Burns. And a bit of misunderstanding. Sadler and the shot from Steve Kember. Sadler rather swinging at that. I think that Billy Fowkes had it covered with his head. As Steve Kember, always prepared to have a go. Matt Crerand, Tony Dunn, Morgan, Roger Hoy almost in trouble, John Laughlin couldn't do very much there. Notice that Tony Dunn's making a lot of progress down that right wing, mainly because Blythe isn't there, of course. Kidd almost making that one. His best. 2 men on him, Lazarus and Sewell behind, does well to get across. In comes Kidd. Morgan. Lazarus. Oh, that was dodgy. Still lucky to dig it out from under his feet. That's a good ball to Kember if it runs. It didn't quite run enough. Kember on the deck. Morgan. Kember still not on his feet. He is now. Morgan has Crerand inside him, and he's fouled by Blythe. Mr. New having words again. Steve Kember going off the park. Manager Bert Head there just having a look, and trainer Jess Willard taking the player off. I think it's only a fairly minor knock, though. Jackson coming forward. A nasty one to take that right down at his feet. And the foul given. Bit of pushing by Jerry Crean.
Here's a message for the Woodside coach driver. Will he return to his coach immediately? Woodside coach driver, immediately please to his coach.
Sadler. Kidd underneath it. And again, Blythe coming back to mark Bobby Charlton. If the truth is known, we haven't seen very much of Bobby Charlton in this match so far. And back comes Steve Kember with what looks like a plaster over his right eye. And immediately in the action, Steve Kember, number 8 there. There he is in the middle of our picture now, Steve Kember. And the throw to be taken by Crerand. Burns straight back. McCormick straight away. Tony Dunn. Sadler moving to his right. Charlton really rather telegraphed that, although Jerry Crean reacted quickly. And Jack Crompton, you could see there waving his arms a bit in the trainer's box. This is Sadler. Morgan. Hind with him. Kidd and Law together. Charlton coming in! And the goal for Bobby Charlton. Bobby Charlton, what I was just saying, we hadn't seen too much of him, and he popped up to score United's first goal of the season. And look at the Manchester United supporters behind John Jackson's goal. The Palace defence has pulled very much to its left by this United move. Notice it's a 2-against-2 situation on the near post, but McCormick is a little bit slow to see that Bobby Charlton is spare, and Charlton makes use of that room. "24 minutes of the match gone, and the score 1 each. The scorers Hind and Bobby Charlton. Charlton, who scored 5 goals last season, off to a good start this, and I dare say that Wilf McGuinness is now a bit happier than he was. Kerrans. And there's Wilf McGuinness on the right as we look at that quartet. Jackie Crompton to his right. But a pushing by McCormick, gets away with it. Billy Fowkes moving for it. And taking away Jackson to leave Sadler with some room. Kidd trying to get there and makes it! Kidd getting there between Sewell and Hines. And there's John Jackson, who took off perhaps a little bit late. I'm not sure that he would have made it. Perhaps he had the right to expect better work from his 2 defenders there. Kidd really shouldn't have been allowed to creep in. There's Kidd. To Lazarus. Green back to Lazarus. Jackson inside. Billy Fowkes giving away a corner. And did well too. Billy Fowkes stretching well to get his head to that one. Cliff Jackson to take the corner. McCormick in the 6-yard box. Header by Kidd. Pushing it round and running around Jackson in fine style. And Dunn again making use of that space on the right. Law is offside. Dennis Law, a good shot on the turn, but he was some 2 or 3 yards offside. Took a chance, but the linesman's flag was up before, in fact, he received the ball. You know, with all the time in the world. Not 2 of the better kicks of the game so far. Neither owing much to direction or purpose. David Sadler played 26 games last season. Didn't score a goal, despite having a few of them up front. Cliff Jackson. The running by Queen. Doing well to control it. Queen did very well to control it under pressure. This move was begun by the goalkeeper John Jackson, with Steve Kember providing the diagonal pass. Notice how Jerry Queen takes it away from Sadler all the time. Sadler has to commit himself to the tackle, and Billy Fowkes, number 5, running back, gets there just too late. Slight deflection perhaps, but a goal nonetheless. Queen signed from Kilmarnock on June the 21st, and his first home game for Crystal Palace. He scored the goal which puts Crystal Palace 2-1 into the lead. That's the situation with 5 minutes of the first half remaining. Morgan now for United. Best turns outside him if he wants him. He does. But Cliff Jackson doing something which upset Mr. New. Jackson, who tangled there with George Best. Birdhead not really showing how he feels, I wouldn't think. But George Petchey having a word. Charlton, he's got the room for a shot. Charlton given a lot of room there. Kemba trying to find Crean. Lazarus. That's in fact kept in play by Kidd. He's done a lot of good work for Crystal Palace in this first half. Steve Kemba, it seems to be the fashion to roll one sock down. Kemba, Lazarus and Best all have one sock rolled down. Charlton back there. Law with Dunn moving outside him. Crone, square of Dunn. Bad return ball by Crone. Acknowledges the fact. Lazarus. Just too long for Kemba, but good backtracking by Charlton. Law. Best. Quickly tackled out of it. Kidd. Law. And good work by Jackson to get down there, but again Kidd managing to float in and Law up there as well. Jackson did well to get to Law's feet at the expense of a corner. Morgan underneath it, well taken by the goalkeeper, then he drops it, Kidd. But in fact, a little bit of elbow resulted in Jackson dropping it. John Jackson had a very good first half in First Division football, with one particularly blinding save. This is Laughlin, and that's the last kick of the first half. Mr. New blows his whistle, and that's the very happy situation for Crystal Palace. There's Roger Hind, who scored the first goal for them after 11 minutes. Going off there with McCormick and Best. There's Bobby Charlton, the scorer for Manchester United. And the other goal scored by Jerry Crean in the 40th minute, meaning that Crystal Palace lead at half-time at Selhurst Park in their First Division game by 2 goals to 1. Good word there from Mr. New, the referee. And away go Manchester United on the second half. This is Burns. Charlton. Best playing that well. This is Burns. Kidd in the middle. Just the touch was enough. There and back again to Dunn. Laughlin leaving Morgan. And beautifully taken out of the air again by Jackson. Tony Dunn. And Manchester United again using this right wing a lot. Laughlin. Jackson down the touchline. Not enough height on the ball from Lachlan. Perrand. Charlton moving to the edge of the box, coming to the inside right position now. Well covered by Blythe. Lazarus got both shots down now. Jackson, Sewell there to help him. He gives it straight to Best. Typical pose from George Best. Perrand looks for Dunn and he's moved up. Jerry Queen has come with him. Queen and Dunn in the white shirt. Charlton coming short for it, nobody going away. Sadler thinking about it, coming to Sadler too. Best to Morgan. Woody Morgan. Sadler, Rimmer's come for it, but Queen's there. Hoy to Kemba. Well, the ball was on. Glasgow just played it too finely, that's all. Given a bad pass to Sewell. Sewell returned the compliment. Tony Dunn. Morgan wide to the right. Three men on the far post. What a good tackle by Lachlan. That's Lachlan. Kidd going for it. Looks as though he clips the post. Jackson stretching all the way. Kidd winning this ball in the air a lot at the back. Really getting in behind the back four of Crystal Palace and causing John Jackson to really earn his keep for his team. And he got Jackson up. Good effort. Good effort by Jerry Queen. It's the only thing he could do. He has Jackson up in support, but too many players back there, and Rimmer out on the 6-yard line to make a good stop. McCormick trying to get there. McCormick trying for a 1-2. It's too close. Sadler moving up square. Dunn going outside Law now as he looked. Charlton, pass and return, a nice one. Charlton! Could have been a gorgeous goal for Manchester United. Lovely pass and return between Law and Charlton, and then a final flick, and in came Charlton to really hit it. Must say one still has a little bit of doubt about this Crystal Palace defence at the back. Letting too many players get in the box. Foul given against Best. A very definite elbow. left elbow. That was the offender. Sadler straight to Kemba. Bobbled a little bit as he hit it. Got underneath it. Got a little bit more ankle than boot. Jackson. Plenty of movement in this boy Jackson. Wandering to find space, and he finds Kemba so very nearly. Good header by Dunn. Back again to Kemba. That's the corner. Steve Kemba, 20 years old. Really could be an exciting prospect in the First Division. McCormick on the 6-yard line, on the right of your picture. McCormick by the near post. It's Rimmers. Kidd running in the inside right position, coming out to the wing, number 8 there. Roger Hine very solidly across. Ten minutes of the second half gone. Crystal Palace holding on to their 2-1 lead. That's a nasty one. Oh, Jackson! Morgan! On it goes! Willie Morgan. With a nasty dropping ball into no man's land. Jackson in 2 minds there, and the ball coming to Morgan. A fine case is of a pass made into space. Dennis Law goes to reach it, and Jackson is certainly caught in 2 minds. And as Law turns, Morgan comes up and just manages to thread the ball between Sewell and McCormick. And there are the fans from the Stretford end who moved down to London for the day. 10 minutes into the second half, and 2 each. Check on the scorers: Hind and Green for Crystal Palace, Charlton and Morgan for Manchester United. Now that's Morgan, who's now really put the pressure on Crystal Palace. Twice in front and twice pulled back is a real test of character for Birdhead's boys. And the rugby tackle there by Brian Kidd. And the free kick to Crystal Palace. Kidd grabbing Hind's legs and certainly infuriating the Scot. There is Hind. There's Lazarus going off, and Tony Taylor coming on as substitute. This is Law. Good one, good stop too. Dennis Law. But notice the position of Jackson there, right on the 6-yard line. Crystal Palace have brought on their substitute, Tony Taylor, with 20 minutes of the match remaining. Referee having quick words with Tony Taylor. In fact, there's Tony Taylor. Was with Kilmarnock, Celtic and Morton in Scotland before coming to Palace last autumn. Sadler. All bar Queen back for Crystal Palace. 2 men to take best. Kidd, away by McCormick. comes Tony Taylor. Nobody really up there with him. Kemba trying to get up there, and Queen. Jackson further back. Tony down. This is Jackson. Didn't really get hold of it, Jackson. Got the ball off a defender, but that was really the better ball. Pulled back to a player coming in. The other two were marked. That's coming to Morgan. Loughlin in attendance. And that was enough to put Morgan off his stroke. Kemba, from whence most of the Palace attacks seem to start. Bit lucky, but it reaches Taylor. Trying one. And not so far over from Tony Taylor. Referee going to have a look at the ball, and we want another ball. Mr. New happy with the new one. Givens, a 19-year-old boy, going outside him. And according to our watches, we've now moved into the time Mr. News added on. And he took a quick glance at his watch there. That's Jackson's. Long one down the park, must be. Straight to Givens. But he fouls. Loughlin slightly misjudging that. Law up there for the back pass. Oh, put a few hearts in mouths, I would think, at this stage of the game. John Sewell now. Palace hold on for a few more seconds. They'd have extended their unbeaten run to 17 matches. We've now had 1 minute of injury time. And in fact, there's going to be no more. Mr. New points to the dressing rooms. And I think a just verdict, and certainly a good match for the first match here at Selhurst Park.
Well, a very satisfactory start to Crystal Palace's new First Division career. Well, Barry Davis, the commentator there, is now back to the match, and he's brought with him into the studio tonight the two Palace newcomers, Roger Hind and Jerry Queen, both today making their first appearance in English League football.
As far as I was concerned, they were also the two goal scorers. Roger, at the time, I rather thought this clearance by Billy Fowkes had hit you and gone over the line. I know that afterwards there was a great deal of debate as to who scored the goal. So let's have a look at it. And you were closer than I was. How did you see it? If the cross comes across, you're in there absolutely on the line, aren't you?
I only ran the ball into the net. The goal scorer was actually Mel Blythe.
Here it is coming up now in slow
Mel
motion.
heads it.
See the header, yeah.
Mel heads it on a curve, and I just run in to check anyone who might have cleared the ball.
So definitely Blythe's goal.
It was Mel Blythe's goal.
Well, Jerry, there was certainly no doubt about your goal. Coming right at the beginning from John Jackson, and three passes, in fact, reached Cliff Jackson, Steve Kemba, and you ran extremely well for it, I thought, and took it away from Sadler. Let's have a look at it now. See the Jackson throw now. The long one down the park. This is you running now, isn't it?
It is, yes. I've come across the centre half. As Cliff Jackson lay the ball back, Stevie Kemba pushed it forward, and I time it and come across the centre half. The goalkeeper comes out and just... Pardon?
Did you think that Sadler had caught you there?
I thought he had. I tried to get a shot in right away, and as I tried to do this, he tried to slide it away from us. And I was lucky, got the break, and finished up. The goalkeeper came out, slipped the ball past him.
Now, you're two Scots playing your first match in First Division football. How was the pace for you, particularly at the beginning?
Well, I found the pace very similar to Scottish First Division, but the skill factor was much higher. You read about these £100,000 players and you expect them all to be individualists. Well, they have the individual skill, plus teamwork and drilled teamwork, which it took me the whole of the first half to get used to.
As long as that?
Yeah, the whole of the first half I struggled.
Jerry, what about the stick up front? You were doing a lot of good running, I thought, up front, and but times towards the end, there were only you and Cliff Jackson up there.
Well, this is just one of the things to try and strengthen the defence. The boys were playing it tight at the back, which does leave a shortage up front. But we are prepared to do the running. Cliff moves very well, and it's just part of the game.
What about the defence of the back? Once or twice Brian Kidd got through a bit, didn't he?
Well, this was just a slight misunderstanding. Once I was dragged away to the left, which caused the first goal, and once or twice we got mixed up, John McCormick and I. But this is just a matter of newness. We'll tighten up, don't you worry about that.
Well, I think you'll need to. The best of luck to both of you during the course of the season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, now then, how did the really big money stars